Hey guys, back at it with episode 9 of Learn to Kite. Today we're going to be going through some exciting stuff, which is the water start. So now that we're comfortable with body dragging and handling ourselves in the water, now it's the time to get to the fun part, which is including the board into the mix. So the water start is how we get up on the board and start riding. So again, a lot of on the water footage in this video, so let's hop into my computer and dive straight in. So with the water start, we're going to practice this in 2 phases. The first phase is using the power of the kite to pull us up out of the water and onto the board, and the second phase is the same process, so pulling yourself up out of the water and onto the board, but starting to ride in a certain direction. So the first step of the water start is again pulling yourself out of the water and up onto the board. So to start this process, sit with your kite at 12, your board firmly on your feet, downwind of you, and you should start feeling the water pushing on your board as the kite pulls you slowly downwind while it is sitting at 12 o'clock. Now, once you're in position in terms of board and kite, we'll now start the water start process. So if we are looking to ride to the left, start by moving the kite slightly over to the right to, let's say, 1 o'clock. And this is to prepare for the power dive that'll pull us up out of the water and onto the board. Now, this power dive is very similar to the quote unquote beach start that we practiced on the beach a couple episodes ago to get comfortable with handling the power of the kite. This is exactly the same movement, just slightly more aggressive to pull us out of the water and onto the board. So again, start by moving the kite slightly over to the right to about 1 o'clock, then turn the kite relatively aggressively back towards 12 o'clock and sheet in the bar where necessary, and you'll feel the kite pull you up out of the water. The key thing to note in this process is rather start with a much smaller power dive to get used to the pull of the kite, and then you can always go more aggressive after that, rather than starting with a much more aggressive power dive and it pulls you way off your feet. So if the first power dive wasn't powerful enough, redo that same process again. So feel free to practice this multiple times to obviously get the hang of this process before starting to ride in that certain direction. Now, once you're comfortable with pulling yourself out of the water and up onto the board, we'll now need to start riding in that certain direction. So let's say in this example, we are riding to the left. We'll again go through the water start process. Now, once you are out of the water and on top of your board, turn your board like so to ensure that you are riding in that certain direction. So if we are riding to the left, we'll turn our left foot more forward. We'll put our right foot more back, angling the board to ride in the direction that we'd like. So that was it for the water start. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hopefully everything made sense there. It can be a bit of a learning process, this water start. So if you're not getting it immediately, just practice it over and over and over and over and over again, and I can guarantee you will get it and it will be worth it in the long term. So stay tuned for the next episode where we'll learn how to start riding. It's called edging, following on from what we learned in this video. So stay tuned for that. Like, subscribe if you enjoy this, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.